everyone, this is Miss Ava Hart, and this is part 2 of the revised Central Idea instructional video. So this is Miss Ava Hart, and this is part 2 of the revised Central Idea instructional video. So in part 1, I left off on paragraph 6, so I'm going to read paragraph 6 again. That summer brought a landmark event in civil rights history. This was the March for Jobs and Freedom that took place in Washington, D.C. on August the 28th. Under the shadow of the Lincoln Memorial, Dr. King delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech to a crowd of 200,000 people from all walks of life. The peace and hope of that event did not last long. On September 15th, a bomb exploded inside Birmingham's 16th Street Baptist Church. The attack, here we go, moving up. The attack killed 4 little African American girls and injured 22 other people. Paragraph 7. The struggle continued throughout 1963. The Southern Regional Council has records of protests that took place in more than 100 Southern towns. Approximately 20,000 demonstrators were arrested. With words and actions, they delivered a demand for justice that could not be ignored. All right, so I have just finished reading all 7 paragraphs of the informational text, 1963, the year that changed everything. So you are to set up your assignment like the other 2 examples that I gave. Set it up the same way. So you're going to type central idea, and then the central idea is. Type what you see, complete the sentence. What is the central idea of 1963, the year that changed everything? What is this text about? You can even, if you want to, you can even type, this text is about, and then finish the sentence. And then you need textual evidence. You need proof. You need proof. So the sentence that supports the central idea is, I need you to go back to this text and go back to the text and find the sentence and type it, or you could copy and paste it word for word that proves the central idea. It's not enough for you to say that this is the central idea. You now have to prove it with a sentence from the text. That is textual evidence. So this is what I expect to see when you turn in your assignment this week. The central idea assignment. This is what I expect to see. So, in part 1, I gave you the definition of central idea. We went over an example. Here's an example. And then here was the central idea. Here was the textual evidence. All right, example number 2. We went over a second example. Here's the second example. And then here's the central idea. Here's the textual evidence to prove it. Now, I will apologize. I was watching, because I go back and I watch my videos. I watch them. And I apologize for the poor quality of the first video, because I'm using a projector. It's projecting on my wall in my office at home, but I don't have a screen. So obviously, Miss Ava Hart needs to buy a screen, right? So what I did was I made a makeshift screen. And I just put 2 pieces of white plain paper on the wall, and that way it helps you to see the text better. Okay? And also I learned how to adjust my camera, because my camera was appearing lopsided. So I needed to adjust it where it's straighter than what it was. So I'm learning, just like you're learning as you go, I'm learning as I go how to operate my equipment so that you can have a better learning experience, so that you can see and it's not appearing lopsided. So once again, here's the central main idea. You can see it better now on video 2. Here is the example that we did. I read it. Let me see. Let me slow down. Here's the example. The first example that we did, here's the paragraph. Then here's the central idea of that paragraph and the textual evidence. Then example number 2, here's the paragraph. Okay, and then here's the central idea and the textual evidence for that paragraph. So I've given you 2 examples of how your assignment should look. I will attach, this is a Word document as you can see. I will attach this to your assignment. When you go to Teams and you look for the assignment central idea, I will attach this Word document to the assignment. So you'll have plenty examples of what I'm looking for. You can look at this Word document. Obviously you'll watch the video and listen to the video. So there are different ways that I'm going to provide these resources to you so that you can be successful the second time around for this assignment. All right, so remember, this is part 2. This is revised central idea instructional video part 2. This is revised central idea instructional video part 2. So after you read 1963, after you read this text again, 1963, the year that changed everything, after you read it again, going through, after you read this again, 7 paragraphs, you are to tell me what the central idea is, or tell me what is this text about. And then you are to provide me textual evidence to prove your central idea. If you need help knowing what these 2 sentences, let me see, if you need help about how to form these 2 sentences, then go back. I will attach this as a Word document to Teams. Go back and look at my examples. All right, this is Miss Avahart, and I will talk to you on the next video.